Vance, thanks so much for coming with me. I know you want to go to that Jet game today.
Yeah, but let's go to the sports bar instead.
I mean, but you're a big Jet fan, buddy.
Not at all.
No, you're a Dolphin fan. I know that.
That's right.
But we'll go to the sports bar, watch some games, and catch up on some stuff. How's everything been going?
Everything's good. A lot of exciting things going on.
Yeah. The team's definitely on fire, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we're excited. We got some great things going on, and vice president's going out, and everybody's focused on getting their team moving and growing and building regional vice presidents like you taught us.
Well, you are the king of building that team. We think of back in the day when we were all working together in New Jersey. We're fortunate to hear all the time, you can't build a team until you're on a team.
That's right. That's
right?
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't. And out of all the people we've had, and we got some great ones, but you and Leith have done such a tremendous job with that mindset, with that understanding of. And I think it's because you always had the. Well, you tell me what.
Well, I tell you, coming in, when I first saw this environment, and it was all about team. It was all, coming from a sports background like you did.
Right.
That really caught me. The whole fact the company is founded by a sports person, and here we were in a team environment, and then I would watch you, and how you were, and walking to these events, and everybody was screaming maniacs, and I saw you had all your key people, and I'm like, that's a team. You've got to, if you want to win here, you've got to develop some key people.
Right.
You've got to be a team player. And the challenge with most people is in order to build the team below you, got to first be plugged into the team above you. So what I did was got right in alignment with you and your leadership, make sure we were going in the same direction.
And I mean, you always were the first one there, the last one to leave. You and Letha were always people asking, you need help with something. You need help with something. I mean,
right.
What can I do to help? What do you need? And that's awesome. And it's duplicated for you.
Right. Right.
You look what you got in Dr. Jim and Sonia Lee's.
Right.
I mean, and you got others too. I mean, that's beautiful.
Well, yeah, we always knew that what you were for your upline, your downline would be for you. And
say that again.
What you are to your upline, your downline will be to you.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah,
absolutely. And the challenge is, if you're not plugged in to your upline team, and then you wonder why your guys aren't following you.
Right.
Okay? Because it's not about following you. Like we came in and we don't want our guys following us.
Nope.
We want our guys following our direction.
Right.
And so that's why we linked in with you. We knew what direction you were going. I'm like, man, if we just stay in alignment with you and your leadership and your direction, we'll get everything for ourselves and for our team.
Well, that's what I did.
Right, absolutely. Well, that's how I saw you with Joe Enser and Bob Safford, and you in alignment. We would go to the schools, and you were, as we looked at you as our leader, and you then would go in and be the best team player to your uplines.
Right.
And so many people miss that, and they wonder why their guys aren't following them. It's because their team doesn't see them moving in the direction that they need to go.
But I want to be large and in charge. I mean, I wanted to have the ability to work myself out of a job.
Absolutely.
Get to the point where, whether I work or not, the business still works. And being plugged in, it's such a. I remember the examples you used to hear. A light doesn't work if it's not plugged in.
Right.
The phone doesn't work if the phone jack's not plugged in. And this business won't work if you're not plugged in. And you could get away with it for a while, I'm sure. But I look at what we were able to do then, what you and Letha and the Steamrollers, you create a team identity.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely.
And your team is, no matter where we go, you got Letha there, and then she's duplicated herself with who's in the house.
Right. We work on that. Doesn't sound by accident.
No one has ever done it quite as well as Letha does it. But it goes all around the country now, and who's house.
Right.
But like you said, you worked on it.
That's absolutely. We want it to be a key play. When you think about teams, there's always the person, you could be on the team. We didn't want to just be on the team. You never want to just be on, have the jersey. That's great.
Right.
You want to be the reason a team wins. And so we would take personal ownership and making sure whatever goals that you set for the Maniac team, we would take personal ownership of 10% of that.
Right.
And we would go to our guys, man, Jimmy's going to do 1,000 recruits. We have to make sure we do 100 recruits this month.
Right.
And that duplicated down line. And again, it goes back to what we said earlier, that being a part of something bigger than yourself, plugging into something and going in the direction that you need to go to.
No doubt, no doubt. And you look how it's grown and compounded. And what's fun though is when you think about it, and we're gonna go watch some football now.
Right.
When you watch these teams, you get these prima donnas
Right.
that are bigger than the team.
Right.
Then you get these other guys that they'll take pay cuts to make the team better. The good news in Primerica is you don't have to take a pay cut.
That's right.
Okay, when
That's right.
you are the teammate that is making that contribution, like you just said, you're gonna end up making a bunch of money, like you've had. You haven't sacrificed. You look at the
Absolutely.
life you guys have is wonderful, and that compounding. When you think about teammates, we've both seen them. They forget where they come from,
Right.
and now I'm gonna do my own thing. Well, just so you know, my goal from the beginning is for everybody to do their own thing.
Right.
Okay.
At the right time.
Yeah, because when they're doing their own thing, it means I don't have to do anything.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But so many people try to be premature. It's like having a baby. They're called preemies, all right? For a reason. They're premature. You have just done a great job with that. What are some of the things you think are some ingredients to that?
Well, again, it goes back to being a part of a team, okay? We wanted to be the reason the team always won. And we would always call it, see, it goes down to marketing as well. See, if you're selling the direction, you're selling the movement, you're selling the company and all the great things that's happening in the company, you get people that get caught up. I mean, you look at all the causes in this world that people do for free because they just love the crusade.
Right.
They love what it's all about. And
Right.
and that's what we are. We love our crusade against corporate America, against the big financial institutions, okay? So we want to be a part of that, and we sell that. We also know that you've got to be a part of something big. You can't do that if it's just you and two people.
Right.
And the challenge with people who don't plug in is that the one thing, there's a lot of abilities you have to develop to be successful here, but the one you can't give yourself is credibility. And the thing that people miss out when they don't plug in is that credibility that their upline gives them and the environment gives them, so especially when you're not big. And people, and you walk into a room and you bring your 2 or 3, 4, or 5 people into a room and there's 500 people, they don't know that you just have 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
Right.
That's why I said before, it's got to be at the right time.
Come on and meet our teammates.
Yeah, come on in.
Look at our team. Yeah, let me show
Exactly.
you. This is my teammate Vance. This is my teammate, whoever it might be. That's awesome.
Right. And it's not
Brother
faking
Mark.
it till you make it.
No.
It's
No.
just what we are teammates.
It's using the system.
That's correct.
When
That's
you
correct.
unplug, in my opinion, you're abusing the system.
That's correct. 100%.
When you talk about the abilities,
Right.
let's talk about some of the other ones, if you don't mind. I mean,
Sure.
I love talking about these because these are all things we grew up with.
Absolutely. You know
Because
what?
to play football, I know you were a football
Right,
player, and a
right,
good one.
right.
It takes talent
Right.
to play on Sundays.
That's correct.
The good news in Primerica, it's not about talent.
That's correct.
It's about abilities that are developed.
That's correct. You know, you come into Primerica, we say all the time, you come into Primerica with everything you need to be successful.
Yep.
Okay? It's not based on talent. Now, the bottom line is there are some skills that you have to learn.
Right.
But you also have to worry about, look at the abilities. And what I mean by that,
Right.
you talk about stickability. It's not really, when the first time I heard that, I said, what's stickability?
Right.
Well, as I look, it's staying around. So many
Right.
people quit before they succeed. They quit, you know, it gets tough and they're not tough enough to stick it out. And so
Crazy.
it's just insane. And then
Come back one more time.
Right,
Come
right.
back one more time.
Right,
Come
right.
back. People just, I want to win. I want to win. I'm going to do this. I'll do anything, coach. I'll do anything. Then one little thing goes wrong.
Right.
And they wimp out. It's like,
Right.
what happened to you? Oh, well, you know, I've been thinking,
Right.
timing isn't right. Bullcrap. You don't want to stick to it.
That's right. People ask us all the time, what was the defining moment in your career here when you knew?
Right.
I said, well, this defining moments happen throughout your career.
Correct.
There's moments that change your life. But the first one I will tell you is we were brand new in the company and we were in a convention. First time we'd seen all the Maniacs and we were sitting there. We weren't even licensed yet. And we were sitting there watching all these videos and watching thousands of people. And Nita and I, we looked at each other and we said, we can't ever quit this.
Right.
I don't care how tough it gets. And so we developed that ability, that stickability.
That's a
we
big thing, though.
Going
you
anywhere.
and your partner said that to each other.
Absolutely. You got to get your partners to, you want to stick around, you better make sure your partner's involved with this as much.
If you say, good for you guys. That's why you're such a powerhouse.
Yeah, and that helped tremendously. Another one is coachability. And that one was easy for me, playing sports, as I sort of, because the coach calls the play. A lot of people are coachable if they like the play, if they like the call. But being coachable goes way beyond that. As a matter of fact, it's just the opposite. It's when you don't understand or even like what the coach says. Hey, team, we're going to do this. And everything in you says, I don't want to do that inside, but outside to your team, you're like, this is the play we're running. It's going to be the best play ever. This is what the coach called. So part of being coachable. And then responsibility.
Hold on with the coachable for a second. Because the facts are, the coach wants you to win. Does that mean he's going to make every play right? No. No coach calls every play right. But he is not going to call a play that he thinks, look how nice these buildings are.
Right. Beautiful. Wow.
He's not, the place is somewhere around here, I think. He's not going to call a play that he thinks is going to fail. Now, but if it's a good coach, which we all try to be, it's about failing forward.
That's right.
And getting better. Not being a loser, saying, I knew the coach was wrong, I knew the coach. Why would you do that? I mean,
it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. And then that's what your people do to you.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And I think back to my opportunity meeting, and I don't remember a lot of things from it. I remember Rule 72, like we all do, okay? But also I remember the speaker saying that we have a financial interest in your success. And so when people say, well, how do you remain so coachable? I said, because my coach wants me to win. I mean, we're in a system that, think about that, you and I are great friends. But even if we didn't like each other, you'd want me to make $1 million, millions of dollars a year.
No doubt about it.
So why wouldn't someone be coachable? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I know why. P-R-I-D-E. Pride.
That's right.
People's egos get in their way. They want to be, it's just, so that coach, I know you were getting ready to talk about a different one. But,
well, the last one's about being responsible. We're all in this together. We're all on different towns. We're on the same, but we're all Primerica. We are one family. And in this day and age, with all the social media crap and all the stuff, we all know bad news travels faster than good news.
No doubt.
And so we have a responsibility, all of us, in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in our kids' schools, in our churches, so that when people say, that guy or gal, they're in Primerica, they're good people in that company. They're great people. Man, if when someone hears Primerica, they've gotta put a smile on their face and say, what a company of great, hardworking people.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because that good news travels slower than the bad news, people get locked. They focus on the wrong stuff, and you know as well as I do, whatever you focus on grows.
That's right.
And you've been a great example of people focusing on the right stuff. We're both fans of teams that aren't doing too well right now. You look at the Giants, you look at the Dolphins, but we're still fans.
That's right. We're still
fans. It's frustrating. Come on, when are you going to get good?
Right.
But the good news here in Primerica is we can be fans. Because what's fan really short for? Fanatics.
That's
okay?
Right.
We get to be fanatical about our lives, the thing. When people meet me, I want them to just be like, boy, that guy's a happy guy. That guy's
life's too short. Life's too short to be miserable.
Life's too short to be miserable, and it's too long to not be happy.
That's right.
Okay? I mean, it's just, so that's some really good stuff, buddy. And it's going to be a fun time when our teams start winning. But the good news is we get to win a Primerica.
That's right. Our Primerica teams are winning. That's the most impressive. See, I don't have control over what those teams do.
I love when people say, who did you ever in the Super Bowl? Who's going to the Super Bowl? I'm like, I don't know who's going. I don't know what team's going to the Super Bowl, but I know I'm going to the Super Bowl. Like, what do you mean? I go, I like going to Super Bowls. And that's the fun part of our business. So as you look at what we got forward, buddy, we got a great run in front of us.
No doubt.
And who's buying today, me or you?
Well,
I bought last time. You're buying today.
All right, I got you.
All right.